All right. Welcome back to Chessboard Baseball. I swear this is the last live stream for the day. And in this one, we have Dodgers and Pirates. We're going to do the awards, series awards. And we're going to do hitters first. So the Pirates MVP, and then Dodgers MVP, and then the overall MVP for the series. And then we're going to do the same thing with the pitchers. So Pirates MVP, Dodgers MVP, and overall series MVP. And the main driver in this is going to be chessboard baseball stats. It's going to be RAvg is going to be what I look at mostly to evaluate that. I just did the one for Yankees and Blue Jays, and I actually picked Brett Bateman, who was not the lead in RAvg, but he just result wise, he was just a beast. And the rate I wish he was being successful, like 8 times out of 14, and I just gave it to him. So I don't always just say whoever has the highest RAvg, that's who I go with naturally. So I look at a lot of different things as well. And in this one for this series, the Dodgers did sweep the Pirates. So we'll see who we end up selecting here for MVP. So let's get into this. So I'm gonna sort again public plate appearances by 6 for hitters. And let's start with the Pirates on this one. And I think this may be a little bit easy to select. I think one name is already kind of standing out above the rest when it comes to the Pirates. But let's go from the bottom. Actually, these Pirates were pretty bad for the most part. We have a lot of really terrible RAvgs here. Rafael Flores Jr., this is one of the worst RAvg numbers that I've ever seen since starting to actually measure RAvg in an entire series. Though 217, that is terrible. Process wise, he was really bad with 45%, and result success wise, he was really bad, 8%. He really provided no value. I think the only value, because he has 1 result point, the only success that he had was maybe a productive out somewhere. I don't know if that was a sacrifice. I can't remember if it was a sacrifice fly or if it was just moving the runners over, but that's about the only value that he provided to the Blue Jays. And then following him pretty closely is Jake Mangum with a 3.38 RAvg. And same thing, just very low process success and very, very low result success. Then after that, Nick York, 488 RAvg, low process, low results. Spencer Horwitz was also horrible. 611 RAvg, low process, low result. Brandon Lau had a low RAvg of 656, and his process was really bad. It was low, but his result was incredible, right? So 44% of the time that he went up to the plate, something good happened. So about half the time of the 9 times that he went up there. Triolo after that with a 722 RAvg. Respectable, somewhat of a process success, but terrible results. Oh, or not terrible results, just low result. Terrible results is Flores Jr., Mangum, and York, but 22% is fine. After that is Nick Gonzalez, who actually was destroying Yamamoto, but didn't do anything else to anyone else. So that's the interesting thing. This dude was just killing Yamamoto, but couldn't kill anybody else. Okay process, okay result, okay results. Ryan Reynolds with a 946. So now you start to see more respectable RAvg numbers, high process and high result with a 38%. Valdez was really good. Valdez was actually hurting the Dodgers a little bit. A 963 RAvg, 65% process, and 50% of the time he was hurting you. But of course, the Pirates MVP is definitely O'Neal Cruz. I think there's no question about that. He had the highest RAvg at 11. He had a really good process, excellent results, and I think he led the Pirates in result points as well. If we look at traditional, I'm sure we're also going to see the same thing. Most of the Pirates really weren't doing much. 3 hits is 2 people had 3 hits is the most that anyone had, but Cruz did have a triple and a home run. So both of his hits were extra base hits, a triple and a home run, and he had 4 RBI. And this is the other thing. Look at this. Like the Pirates had a total of 7 RBI, I guess. And then over half of those was O'Neal Cruz. And then he also had 2 walks, and he did strike out 4 times. So his batting average wasn't that good, but that OPS is up there. Valdez had a really good series as well, and I guess Lau did too, but that's it. But if we go back to chessboard, yep, O'Neal Cruz. So Pirates MVP is O'Neal Cruz. So we'll save that and certify it. And now we go to the Dodgers. So this is going to be extremely interesting. If we go from the bottom, Teoscar Hernandez was... I tried to hesitate to say too many negative things about Teoscar Hernandez. He was really bad this series, and he has been bad for a while, but really it comes to the point where when he comes up to the plate, you're like, all right, well, I guess we're not really getting much out of this plate appearance. He's struggling really bad. I don't know what the Dodgers are going to do with him. I think there are better options anywhere. I mean, even Alek Thomas, who we're going to see here, just providing a lot more value than the Oscar. But yeah, he had a 442 rook average. Horrendous. Yeah, really bad process. A really bad result. You didn't get much from Teoscar this series. Hunter Fiducia was following Teoscar, but look at the gap between Teoscar and Fiducia. That's a 4-point rook average swing from Teoscar to Fiducia. Fiducia 8, so that's respectable. 54% process, so he wasn't as solid there, and 28% result success. So he's giving you something for being. Most of the time he's your 9th hitter. You don't expect much from him, so him giving you 29% result success, it's good. After that is Tommy Edman, 877. Actually, Edman and Mookie Betts are tied. Mookie with a little bit better process success, and they're tied for result success. So there you go. That's for those two. Alek Thomas a little bit higher than Mookie and Edman with 886. 70% process, which tells you Alek Thomas had a good approach at the plate. He was being disciplined. So 70% is really, really good. I mean, Thomas was tied with Freddie Freeman for process success. So that's crazy. Freddie did have a 30% result success rate, whereas Alek Thomas was at 28%. So, I mean, Thomas and Freddie Freeman had a very similar numbers, very similar impact in this series. And then you see the separation in rook average with the top 3 here. Cal Tucker at 1138. For as much as we like to complain about Cal Tucker, he had a decent series, 75% process and 30% result. And then Max Muncy, a really good series, 1275 rook average, 68% process, 66% result. So this dude was doing something good all the time. Out of 12 times that he stepped up to the plate, 8 times something good happened. So that's excellent. The problem is that he is competing here with Shohei Ohtani, who, and this is a head scratcher for me 100%, because this is the one thing that I complain about Shohei Ohtani the most. That's his approach at the plate and how broken his process tends to be. There are times that Shohei Ohtani looks just like Javi Baez at the plate. And there are times that Shohei Ohtani looks like Juan Soto or even better. And here is the case in point. Look at this process success percentage for Shohei Ohtani. He was the best in the team. I'm sure he was the best in the series. If we look at all of them, this is for the whole series, 81%, almost 82% process success percentage. That is like that. Who was this hitter? Somebody took over. I mean, I don't know if someone else took over Ohtani's body. What in the world happened here? He was having long at bats. He was not chasing. He was only swinging at, 82% success. And then his result success percentage is also good at 43%. Not as high as Muncy, but still, I mean, he's second to Muncy, I think. Yeah. And for results points, it's Muncy, Betts, and then Ohtani. So Muncy did have a monster. So if we look at traditional, if we look at OPS, oh my God, then why was Ohtani so good? Because Muncy was 1.583 OPS and Ohtani was 540. Maybe this is why Ohtani doesn't care about process, because he OPS comes when he's aggressive, right? Excuse me. So when Ohtani tries to be disciplined, he doesn't get a lot of results, but he's just wild out there and swinging at stuff and something catches, then his OPS rises. But yeah, no. So I don't think I can give Ohtani MVP based on 5 walks, right? So he had 14 plate appearances, only 1 hit, and that hit was only a single. He had no RBIs and 5 walks, which is crazy, and 4 strikeouts. Max Muncy had 4 hits and 12 plate appearances, a single, a double, a home run, 3 RBI, 3 walks, 444 batting average, 1.583 OPS. And then he's second to Ohtani in RAvg average. So I would love to give this to Shohei Ohtani because he's leading in RAvg average, but I think the right answer here is Max Muncy. Max Muncy, Dodgers MVP, and by that token as well, Max Muncy, the overall MVP, because he's way above Cruz. And if we look at traditional OPS, yeah, he's above Cruz as well. Better batting average, better on base percentage, better slugging, had 2 more hits. Yeah, this is Max Muncy all day long. Sorry, Shohei, you did well with RAvg average, but no real impact other than that. So 5 walks is good in a hit, so that's why his success rate is so good, because 14 plate appearances, 6 times he was successful in that he walked or hit a single. But Muncy is the one who was really providing the damage. So going with Muncy there. So that's it for the hitters. O'Neal Cruz is the Pirates MVP, Muncy Dodgers MVP, and the overall MVP as well. So now we look at pitchers. And for the pitchers, let's see, we go 3, and we'll start with the Pirates as well. I mean, no real pitcher for the Pirates was that good. So I think I'm leaning here. Bakar wasn't that good. Chandler wasn't. I mean, Chandler. Oh no, he injured Pajes, so no way. No, I'm just kidding. Jared Jones was really good. He had a lot of nasty stuff. I was impressed by him, but then he lost it, and he was taken out of the ball game like in the 4th inning or something. Johan Ramirez was fine. Carmen was okay. But yeah, I think Christian Curtis. Let's look at Curtis line. 3 innings pitched, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Weaver was nasty when he came in, but he's only 1 inning. Yeah. Pirates pitcher MVP is Christian Curtis. That's who I'm gonna go Well, let's look at traditional and see. Oh yeah, we looked at traditional. It's Christian Curtis. I don't think there's much of an argument there. Christian Curtis, MVP, and now the Dodgers. This is gonna be a little bit tough, but I don't think so. I think it's between Skubal and Snell. Oh man. Skubal or Snell? Oh, why do I do this to myself? I mean, who do you give it to? Okay, Snell, 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 3 balls. I mean, 3 balls, three walks, and 6 strikeouts. Did not allow a run, which is good. WHIP is 0.83. He struck out what, 2 per walk? 2 strikeouts per walk. But Skubal, man. Skubal went one more inning, so 7 innings pitched. Okay, allowed 5 hits, so that's 3 more than Snell. Allowed 3 runs, 3 more than Snell, but only walked 1, so 2 less than Snell. Struck out 11, 5 more than Snell. Okay, ERA 386, I get it. WHIP is 0.3 difference, 0.03 difference, and 11 strikeouts per walk. I don't know. I really think it's Skubal. The no runs allowed is enticing. That tells you he was effective, but who was more dominant? Because really, Skubal allowed those 3 runs in the first inning. There were singles here and there, little bloopers that he was allowing. Like, it's not like he allowed a home run or anything like that, or anything really damaging. Snell has already won 2 Chessboard Baseball MVPs. Oh man, and then when it comes to RAvg, Chessboard Baseball, Skubal was better. Minus 4.07 for Skubal, minus 3.75 for Snell. Yeah, I'm gonna go Skubal for Dodgers MVP. And of course, for all evaluated teams, Skubal is up there as well. 27 plate appearances and minus 4.07 RAvg. So overall MVP, Skubal. That's it. I mean, feel free to critique the selections, but that's who I'm going with. So your Pirate MVP for this series is Christian Curtis. Dodger MVP is Tarik Skubal. And also your overall MVP is Skubal as well. So just a quick recap for the hitters. Pirates MVP, O'Neal Cruz. Dodgers MVP, Max Muncy. Overall MVP, Max Muncy. Pitcher, Pirates MVP, Christian Curtis. Dodger MVP, Tarik Skubal. Overall MVP, Skubal. Yeah, that's it. That wraps up the series between the Dodgers and the Pirates. We've done the awards. Once again, the Dodgers swept the Pirates. They now move to go to Atlanta to play the Braves in Atlanta. We'll see how they do there. They've actually won 6 games in a row, so the Dodgers are rolling once again. And they're playing really well. The only problem that I saw with the Dodgers this series is Teoscar Hernandez. Everyone else, it's doing okay, but Teoscar's really struggling. And for the Pirates, everybody was struggling really bad. I don't know what they do. This is the first series that I've seen, actually first games that I've seen that Pirate team. So I can't tell you much. All I know is that they struggled really bad. The pitchers and the hitters, and of course, this the whole thing that you're facing the Dodgers, right? So how much do you get? How much do you get after? Who are these players for the Pirates? How much did you get after? Oh my god! After Flores, Mangum, York, Horwitz, how much do you get after these players? After facing Yamamoto, Skubal, and Snell. I mean, you almost expect, them to do really bad. So I don't know if there's any issues there necessarily, but the pitchers they just faced were 3 Cy Young caliber. Skubal's won multiple Cy Youngs. Snell has won Cy Youngs. Yamamoto should win Cy Youngs. So how much did you get after Flores, Mangum, York, Horwitz, Lau, Triolo, Gonzalez for being terrible this series? I don't know. So I guess that's the context in which you can kind of judge these players a little bit. And then as far as the pitchers, I guess you could say the same thing, right? The pitchers were Bakar, Chandler, Jones, Ramirez were not very good. But again, you're facing the Dodgers, so maybe they're fine. But again, the Pirates may not even smell the playoffs. But that's it for this video, for these awards. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back on Tuesday with a live stream of both the Yankees against the Astros, and then after that I'm going to do a replay of the Dodgers and Braves. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.